my situation as it is now, I'm looking at possibly going dark. I don't know. I've got temporary internet going on now, but they're telling me the temporary internet is, hey, it's temporary. So, Biden and our loving Congress, get this, folks. You're going to love this. This is great. You ready for this shit? Biden and your loving Congress don't want you having free internet. So they're literally taking it away from you. As of April, you will no longer have an option to get free internet. Isn't that nice of them? Anyway, but in the interim, I've got the temporary internet. It's temporary. It's working. It's not the best. It's not a Lamborghini like what I had. It's a Volkswagen. But
what's your speed test? Did you do a speed test? What's the speed test?
I did a speed test, and it was a lot better than I thought. I won't say what it is live, but it was a lot better than I thought. What I've done, folks, for those of you that don't understand, I've shut everything down for 30 days. Or, 90 days, 3 months. Everything's shut down for 3 months. Now, ironically, that ends on March the 30th or 31st or whatever the last day of March is. Now, here's the funny part. That ends on April the 1st.
Right.
So, I will get my shit turned back on when that gets turned off. One day before that gets turned off, my shit will be turned back on. I think it's like the 29, 28, 29, 30, 31, somewhere around in there. So I get my shit turned back on, and then that gets turned off just in the nick of time. So I get my shit turned on just in the nick of time before that gets shut off. Now, that's the timing that my gods have, folks. Let that one sink in for a second. The reason I had to cut everything back is because I'm getting ready to take my money and go to court. I'm going to use my money to buy my way into court because they're telling me it's going to be $221 to file. So I'm going to file in court, and we're gonna put the kibosh on this shit once and for all. Hopefully very quickly too. Hopefully this thing ain't going to drag out for days and days and days on end, because that's not what I want. I want a speedy trial, which is what I'm guaranteed by law. I'm guaranteed by law a speedy trial, and that's what I want, a speedy trial. And if the other side of the aisle wants to drag this out for months, I'm going to tell the judge, no, I want a speedy trial.
Nip it in the butt while you can.
Absolutely. Well, the thing of it is, it's pretty much open and shut anyway. So it should be a no-brainer. It should be a no-brainer. The judge should be able to whip through this, no problem, and just render a decision one way or the other. And that should be the end of it. And then we'll see how things go. I'm going to try and get everything back that was taken from me. And I mean everything, including the children. Sorry, trolls, but I'm going to try and get the kids back to you. Sucks to be you, trolls. Now you say, well, can you do that? Yeah, I can, because those courts were manipulated. Those courts were manipulated by people. People paid money to send people over into them courtrooms to lie. Okay, that's manipulation. All right, which can offset the outcome of a court case, obviously. So that makes any rendering against me null and void, because it was manipulated. That's my take on it. Now, obviously, I'm not the judge. We'll see what the judge has to say about it. But from my perspective, I don't see this being a problem. I should be able to whip through this, no sweat. And considering my past successes, I don't see this as a problem either. The trolls and the frosts were hoping that I wouldn't figure out the name of the form that I needed to go to civil court. Well, I'm sorry, but thanks to an entrepreneurial AI attorney online, I found out the name of the file that I need.
Sweet.
The document that I need. And then I created said document because it didn't exist, so I had to create one. And so I will be in the process of getting that document approved, all nice and legal. Okay, so don't get your hopes up that, he forged a document, we can throw him in jail. No, not going to happen. Besides, forging a document means you made the document to go your way. Well, it's a neutral document, so it ain't going anybody's way. So it's not forged. Nice try. Anyways, point being, I discovered the name of the document I need. I have created said document, and I'm going to make duplicates of said document. Then I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to pay my money to the courthouse, and we're all going to go to court, and we're going to end this shit once and for all. And I'm going to get back my inheritance. I'm going to get back my children. And the attorney that I spoke with, both the AI attorney and a real attorney, both of them said, do not leave the courtroom without every dime of your money and without those kids. But they also said, now this is the AI attorney and a real attorney, both of them said, make sure before you leave that courtroom, you also not only get your kids, not only get your inheritance back, but you also get damages and penalties. And the human one was very adamant about it. He said, make sure you don't leave that courtroom. Because he said, if I was representing you, I would not only get your money back, I would not only get your kids back, but I would also get damages and penalties back as well. And he said, make sure you don't leave that courtroom without damages and penalties. And I'm going to make sure the judge understands that too, because I'm just going to tell him flat out, I'm not leaving this courtroom without damages, penalties, my money, and my kids. And so that's how we're going to play it. And everything is going to be put back the way it was before the Frost stuck their nose in their in business that they didn't have no right being in. And we're going to put everything back the way it needs to be. And obviously, I can't bring back my wife. She's criminally insane. I can't bring back my mother. She's dead. But me and the kids can soldier on from where we're at. We'll do just fine. I assure you, with $32 million, me and my kids will do just fine. We'll be all right. I guarantee it. As far as the Frosts, I really don't care what the court does with them. They can throw them in jail, give them lethal injection, boil them in oil, give them a courtesy ride to London. As long as I get my money and my kids, and I get damages and I get penalties, and I get my guns back and my lawn equipment back and everything that they took, I'm cool. I'm golden. I don't care what happens to them. Do I believe they should get the death penalty? Oh, fuck yeah. My mom's dead. Of course they should get the death penalty. But that's not for me to decide. I am not a judge. I am not a jury. I am not a courtroom. But as long as I get my shit, I don't give a fuck. Clay County can do with them whatever the hell they want. But I think with the overwhelming evidence, particularly from James Arnold Frost, how he manipulated my mother all through my life, literally. He was manipulating my mother, folks, before I was even an adult. Literally. He was literally influencing my mother before I was even a legal adult. That is a fact. Hey, Mom, who told you to sell the family business? James Arnold Frost. Hey, Mom, who told you to sell my daddy's stuff? James Arnold Frost. Hey, Mom, who told you to renege on paying off the student loans? James Arnold Frost. I could do this all day. James Arnold Frost, James Arnold Frost, I can do that all day. And I got witnesses. Hundreds of witnesses. The entire staff of Center Haven was there. The entire staff of Helton's was there. And I believe the state of Ohio was even there too. They all heard it. Hey, Mom, who told you to sell the family business? James Arnold Frost. Okay? I can do this James Arnold Frost shit all day long. I can literally take you years back before I was even an adult from where James Arnold Frost was literally influencing and manipulating my mother against her own son. Who the fuck does something that vile? Who does something that diabolical? Somebody with an agenda. That's who. And so it's all going to come out in court. It's all going to be revealed. And they can deny all they want. I'll just start bringing in witnesses. I got tons of witnesses. I just bring in witness after witness after. Yeah, she said it. She said he said it. She said he did it. I just bring in witness after witness after witness after witness. So, they want to deny. Let them do it. Let them deny. That ain't going to help them. Because I just start bringing in witness after witness, and then it's all over. But they're going to try to drag this out, and I'm going to emphasize to the judge that that's going to be their tactic. Because it's a tactic, okay? Like I said, the Constitution, both the Kentucky State Constitution and the federal Constitution, guarantee a speedy trial. Okay, but what the other side will try to do, they'll try to drag this thing out for weeks, months, years, because they're trying to drain me of money, see? They'll try to wear me down. And we can't have that because I'm out of money. I'm literally almost out of money. So we got to make this quick. We got to get everything done. And that's why I suspended everything for 3 months. And I don't see them dragging this court case out for 3 months anyway. But on the off chance they try, I'm going to try to recommend to the judge that, we end this quickly. But it's not that big a deal. I mean, did James Arnold Frost come into district court with a fraudulent document? Yeah, he did, because we found the real one, right? we found the real will, and the real will had my name on it, not his. So he did come into court with a fraudulent document. Just like I told Judge Lewis, he came in court with a fraudulent document. So, but anyways, and then of course, they locked me out of the double wide for 2 years. That's $74,000 right there, because it's $200 a day. And if they complain about the $200 a day, that's okay. We can use California's model, which is $1,000 a day. So, let them argue. If they want to argue about the $200 a day, okay, great. We'll use California's version, which is $1,000 a day. And you say, well, Ron, it seems so high. Well, see, normally when you're locked out of the house, you're not locked out for 2 years. You're locked out for a few days. Okay, that's why it's $200, or in California's case, $1,000, because you're only locked out for a few days under normal circumstances. But these guys locked me out for 2 years, so they're going to pay. They're going to pay big. But yeah, man. So that's where we're at, and I'm just going to go into court. I'm going to get all my shit back. Everything's going to be put back the way it was before,